Hi, I'm Jordan Long, and today I'm going to tell you why I don't shift out my films. Starring Jade, my younger sister. Jordan, you should shift out your films. No, Jade, I don't shift out my films. Why is that? Well, let's just see. First off, they're either too strong or too weak. They don't really do a lot for you, Jade. I mean, let's go look at back when I did work the Microsoft Filmmaker or Smallsoft Windows Filmmaker. Oh, it could make my films brighter or darker, beginning, middle, and end sheet to my film. But at the end of the day, it was a hit and miss when it cut one of my films out. Yeah, wasn't it one of the TWF films, Jordan? We did that got cut back in the day. Yeah, and we were lucky it worked. The next time we did it, the Smallsoft Windows Filmmaker chose to cut it in half, and I couldn't bring the two halves back together. You could not do that? No, it wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me work with what I cut out or what I didn't cut out. So I said fuck it. And then there was the ArcSoft tools that came with our HP web shooter back in the day. Yeah, I know that one. Wasn't it ArcSoft Webcam Friend, ArcSoft Film for Layer, and ArcSoft Web Shooter Friend? Jordan, yeah, Jade, those two. And they were just like a watered down offshoot of Smallsoft one. Well, they could fillet films faster, but the beginning, middle, and end sheet were shittier. The lighting wasn't really that anything outstanding, and if you wanted to cut anything out, well, it wouldn't work. Both of them were broken. They wouldn't cut nothing out. And I know there's going to be folks saying, oh, it's freeware one. The only ones that cut shit out are the ones you have to buy and yield for. Yeah, well, if that was true, then the Smallsoft Windows one that I had could cut things out. It would fuck your films up. It'd be a hit and miss. And don't get us started about the other one we did. Yeah, Jordan, how about that one where, how about, Cyberlink Power Director or Interweb Hookup Strength Filmmaker? Yeah, you mean the one that was broken down and all it could do was film? Yeah. And you want to know the grounds to why I don't shift out my films? It takes too much time. None of the tools work right. And it ends up making your film look even worse than it did before. I mean, oh, you shift the brightness around. Oh, you put a beginning, middle, and end sheet to your film. You put some song in. Oh, you cut something out. Then you gotta fillet the film, which takes forever. If it's a Smallsoft one. If it's the ArcSoft one, it don't take that long. But if it's the broken down, interweb hookup strength filmmaker, well, forget about it. All my one did was just film. How about VLC? VLC all it does is play films. So yeah, it's a blow of time. None of the tools work right. None of the settings work right. And at the end of the day, all it does is besmirch your films. It makes your films more likely to get stuck in filleting than it does. And I know there's going to be folks out there that say, oh, you should make these films brighter or darker. You should put a beginning, middle, and end sheet to your film. You should cut this out and that out. Well, I don't care. So I don't get all the watch time. Or I don't get all the stuff. Well, I don't care. So YouTube doesn't think my films are good enough. Well, I don't care what YouTube thinks of my films. As long as I'm still in good standing with them, that's all I care about. Yeah, Jordan, why is it that all these film shifting tools or skimming tools or cutting tools out there are all weak and they never work right? I mean, a lot of folks are going to say, you should have Apple Macintosh iMovie. Or, Sony Vegas Film Shifter. Or you should have the Mackie Cam. or Last Cut, which are all probably still weak, right? They don't really do nothing, and probably do a lot more to besmirch your film than it does to help. Yeah, you're right, Jay. At the end of the day, I don't care if it's freewared or you gotta buy and yield for. They're all broken. They're all too weak. None of the settings or tools work very well. And I don't have the time to sit around and fuck around with all the tools. All I like to do is make my film, put it up there, it uploads it for lays, it's playable, someone watches it. If they like it, cool. If they don't, they don't. I got really no running lead over any of that. And for all those folks out there, Jade, I'd like to tell everyone, if you shift your films, a lot of folks will watch them. Bullshit. You know, folks are going to watch your film from what your name it and what your likeness is. Not if you did all these cool skimming shit. And I don't skim my films out. The only thing I do is do an end sheet, and that's through the YouTube one. And that's the only thing it's good at. Yeah, why do so many folks out there, Jordan, always like to skim out their films and cut out their films and everything? Oh, look at me, I'm so cool because I use the small soft film, the small soft Windows film shift maker, or whatever they call it these days. Oh, look at me, I use the VLC player. Look at me, I use the Apple Macintosh iFilm. Look at me, I use Sony Vegas or Last Cut or Macicam. Look at me, I work the ArcSoft. I got Cyber. Look at me, I work Interweb hookup strength filmmaker. You know, look at me, I got Last Cut. Yeah, great for them. They got no life. You know, they fuck around all day playing around, shifting all their films out, making them brighter, making them darker, putting a beginning, middle, and end sheet to their films. Oh, look at this. A film that should already been up takes like a whole month for these fuckers because they just can't make a film, put it out there. They gotta do all the other shit to it. Oh yeah, their films, they might get more watch time and more looking and more thumbs up and whatever, and more folks giving their thoughts on their films than mine. But at least my films go up faster than theirs, and I make more films than they do because I'm not fucking around shifting them or skimming them or cutting them or whatever they call it. Yeah. Who cares if you don't cut your films or shift or skim your films out, Jordan? I don't care about that, Jade said. Why anybody cares about it's beyond me. And I don't do it. Yeah, I don't do it at all. You know? And if there's some folks out there that don't like folks making films that haven't been skimmed, cut, or cleaned in some way, well, that's just too bad, Jade. Yeah, that's just too bad, Jordan. I mean, I guess that's their loss then. So, yeah, that was me talking with my younger sister Jade, which was an offshoot of me at one time. And anyway, if you do like this film, that was just me talking about why I don't skim or cut or clean or whatever my films. Why I don't do it with either SmallSoft, VLC, or YouTube. Because none of them work well. They're all shitty. Follow me over here at Jordan Long Show. Watch the last film I made this morning over here. I'm Jordan Long, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.